What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far today. Getting into this episode, GH, let me tell you something. Taj, who played TJ, his acting was amazing on this episode. Everybody's doing an amazing job with this baby storyline, like with this miscarriage. They're knocking it out the park, especially the girl who played Molly. Like, they are hitting home runs with the acting. Normally I would say Molly was pissing me off today, but I can't even say she was pissing me off because she's grieving too. But the problem is she's grieving. Everybody grieves differently. You know what I'm saying? But I could tell Jordan and TJ were not happy. They were not happy with Molly's absence. Molly, I agree with TJ. I feel like Molly's avoiding. We've seen her do this before. Remember when they first had the miscarriage with the other surrogate, and she miscarried. Molly barely grieved, if she did at all, if I can recall. She immediately wanted to, get another surrogate. TJ wasn't ready. He was still grieving the loss of that child. He didn't even get 5 minutes to grieve that one before she started talking about a new one. So I feel like that's what she does. She avoids. And that's what she's doing now by going to work. Because I was looking at her like, you really about to go to work? Because she talking about, I got a huge caseload in the office, need me. I felt so bad for TJ. Like, I felt that in his soul when he said, I need you more. I felt it. Because I totally agree. It's like they need each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, TJ is wearing his heart on his sleeve right now. You know what I'm saying? He can't go to work and pretend like this isn't happening. But like I said, everybody grieve different. Molly's grieving differently. I feel like Molly's not ready to face this. She's not ready to break down in tears. You know what I'm saying? She's not ready to come to terms with the little girl that they've been planning for these last few months is gone. You know what I'm saying? They had a whole nursery set up for her. A whole nursery. Had everything, toys, clothes, had everything ready. And she wouldn't even stay and pack up the room. She wouldn't even help the family pack up the room. She wouldn't even help TJ with the funeral. Not even the name. TJ was like, we need a name for her. She was like, oh, just pick whatever you want. I was like, oh no. Normally that would piss me off, but I know where she's coming from. You know what I'm saying? I get it. The grieving process, I get it. She's avoiding the hell out of this. You know what I'm saying? It might look cold. It might look like she being cold to somebody who probably don't know. You know what I'm saying? Or who don't pay attention to stuff like that, who never been through things like this. It might look like she being a cold-hearted little witch, but she not. I feel like I'm going to give her a pass on this one because it's too much for her to bear right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, everybody grieve different. TJ, he's showing his grief. Like, he could have easily went to the hospital and did some work, but he's taking this on head on right now. And I'm glad that even though Molly's not around to grieve with him, at least he's not totally alone. But I know he feels alone, even though he got his family. He got his mom, he got Stella, he got Curtis. So he's not alone per se, but I feel like without Molly by his side helping him with all of this, he's going to feel alone. And that's natural. You want your wife. You know what I'm saying? It's good to have your moms and everybody around, but your wife, though, even though they're not legally married, domestic partnership, I'm still going to call her his wife. I don't do that whole life partner. That's cool, but I'm still going to refer to her as his wife. He wants her there, to share in this, for them to comfort each other. And Jordan was not happy about it, that Molly wasn't there, But I'm glad, like I said, Curtis and them, they stepped up to the plate, which I knew they would. I knew they would be there for him. He needs that, especially on Stella. The way Stella was just holding him tight and just giving him words of encouragement, telling him just listen, let your pain out. I know it's hard. I know you don't want to. Let that shit out. I loved every moment of that. I said, go ahead, Stella. Everybody got to have an Aunt Stella in their life, in their family. Got to. And I love how they basically told TJ, don't just pack up everything of the nursery. Take something. Keep something in remembrance of the little girl that you lost. And I'm glad that he did take something. I think he took, her little baby sock or something. I'm glad he did. You know what I'm saying? Keep something. You don't want to put everything in a box. Keep something as a keepsake. But that last scene with him, just slinking down to the floor, just sinking down to the floor and stuff like that, and Molly walking up to the door. Molly couldn't even walk into that apartment. She couldn't even walk in there. That's that grief. She's not trying to face this right now. She don't want to. She don't. She trying to use work and going to see Ava, anything as a distraction at this point. And I get it, but at the same time, I feel like that might be what breaks them up. Because if they continue to go down this road where TJ is processing all of this and he's the one grieving and Molly keeps avoiding and detaching herself from the situation, it might separate them. You know what I'm saying? Because this ain't the time to break apart. Times like this is when you got to keep it together and be together. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully they can get that together. But I don't know, because the way it's looking, the way it's starting out, it definitely could lead to a breakup. I'm just saying, my heart hurt for TJ, because I know he wanted that child. And, he just got all this emotion in him, like sadness, anger. You know what I mean? Like, that's a lot. That's a lot. To lose that child like that. Moving on from that, Ava. Ava sitting there telling anybody who will listen, I'm innocent. I'm completely innocent. I said, baby girl, you are not completely. Now come on down. Now we all know she didn't push that girl. We know that much. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't no little saint now. You ain't no little flower. You ain't innocent. You ain't no little dandelion. Your ass is guilty of a lot of things, but I give it to her. She ain't push her now. She ain't push her out that little cheap window. I respect that Trina went to go see her to, see her face to face and ask, like, was it an accident or was it not? Because I feel like Trina's on the fence. You know what I'm saying? She wants to believe Ava's innocence, but she also knows what people been saying about Ava. Like how people feel about her and her history. From what she heard through the grapevine about Ava. Because she know Ava ain't no saint. So at this point, she at a crossroads. But I respect that she was there for her. You know what I'm saying? Because Ava was definitely there for her when Spencer, died. Allegedly. And Molly sitting there basically telling Ava, oh, just spare us a trial and just plead guilty. Ava was like, listen, I ain't pleading guilty because my ass ain't guilty. I did not push that girl out no window. She was like, if you want to blame somebody, you need to blame Christina. And I agree with Ava on that one, because I will say to the top of my lungs, Christina ain't had no business, big and pregnant, waddling her ass over there to go see no Ava. That was reckless. And I feel like at some point Molly hopefully will redirect that towards Christina. But I feel like she's trying not to right now. I think she's trying to avoid that confrontation. And she's trying to put that blame on Ava because it's easier for her to blame Ava right now. But at some point, you're going to have to sit back and really think on this. And really realize Ava ain't lying. Like, Christina never should have went there in the first damn place. Knowing that things could get a little heated. And come on, you confront Ava, it's bound to get heated. I was glad at the moment to see Porsha and Trina finally have a scene together. What pissed me off was this is their first scene together in quite some time. And it's about Christina and Ava and the baby. Why wasn't we showing Porsha comforting her daughter after Spencer died? But we get this scene though. That's all these months later. That's so dumb. And of course Porsha was pissed when she found out Trina went to go see Ava. Porsha gotta stop getting mad at every little thing Trina does. She really does. Because it was so funny because Trina was like, well, of course I went to go see her. She was there for me when Spencer died. I said, ooh. Because I just said it too. Porsha sure as hell wasn't there for Trina when Spencer died. But Ava was. But like I said, Porsha need to stop getting mad at her for every little thing that she does. She's a young adult. She gonna make up her own mind. She gonna make her own decisions, whether you like it or not. Stop sitting there getting all angry. Oh, you shouldn't have went to go see. She's grown. You can't tell a young grown person what to do. She don't even live in your house like that no more. So hell, she don't live with you no more. So you really can't tell her what to do. Because you know that whole well, as long as you live in my house. Well, she don't live in your house no more, boo. So you can't tell her what to do. Yeah, it's just Porsha, she need to calm her little self down. Like, relax. You know what I mean? She just need to know that I agree with Porsha on that, though. Good people do bad things, and Porsha should know, because you are a good person, but your ass hit a paternity for 20 years. I mean, granted, Porsha ain't never did none of the type stuff that Ava done did, but still, you know, good people do come off their rocker sometime now when you pushed. But Ava don't need no pushing. I wouldn't even categorize Ava as good, honestly. She's more of a gray area. I wouldn't say she's good or bad. She's more gray. She can do good when she wants to. Speaking of, why the hell would Kevin run his mouth like that? Like, why are you sitting there taking private phone calls in earshot of Ava? Because, you know, Ava wanted to know about Sonny, because he was like, oh, Sonny, you know, gonna be good to take care of Avery. He getting treatment. She was like, what you mean treatment? Ava ears perked the hell up when he said that. And then he sitting over there taking calls. Oh, what about Mr. Corinthos' treatment? I'm like, why are you taking phone calls near her? Because I think now she putting it together that Sonny is getting ready to know something that she don't want him to know. Well, it's too late now. I am so glad, though, that Kevin actually did blood work on Sonny. I'm glad he ran a blood test on Sonny. And now Sonny putting the pieces together that he ain't got no damn lithium in his system. Even though he been taking them pills, but that shit ain't been in his system. And apparently, Lil Donna done got a hold of them pills, his pill bottle, and she done swallowed a bunch of damn pills. Thank God she didn't take the actual pills. Thank God that, you know, they weren't the real lithium, because y'all would have been in trouble. That little girl could have ended up in a coma, any damn thing taking those. But I'm glad Sonny realized after, you know, Elizabeth mentioned that there was no lithium inside of him. He realized he ain't been actually taking his pills this whole time. He's been taking them, but they not his actual pills. I'm glad he realized that. It's about time that he get to the bottom of it. I hate that Ava's going to have to take the sole fall for this, because this wasn't totally on her. We all know where it started. Valentine. But, you know, Ava going to take 100% of the fall for this. And I hate that, because Valentine need to get his little goose cooked too. I'm glad, you know, Sonny and Jason had their moment to talk. You know, he confided in him about Morgan speaking to him and stuff like that. And I am glad that Sonny didn't tell Kevin that. Because you go into an office and tell a psychiatrist that your dead son spoke to you, you would have been committed to the funny farm. Kevin would have looked at him like, oh, this motherfucker done snapped. Kevin would have looked at him like he had 3 heads. Like, you who spoke to you? Your dead son spoke to you. Interesting. What did he say, pre-tell? Like, I would have looked at him like he was crazy, because you better be glad I ain't no therapist and you came in my office, because I would have looked at you and like, yeah, you about to get committed. I would have signed them papers. Oh, my God. You would have been up in that little funny room where people walking around talking to themselves in third person. Let me get my shit together. Hold on. Oh, God. I remember growing up watching sitcoms where they had an episode where somebody accidentally got locked into one of them little crazy ass hospitals, and people be up in there, don't talk to little Jimmy like that. Leave little Jimmy alone, Butters. Leave him alone, Jimmy. You two stop fighting. And you just looking at them. What the fuck is you talking to? I would have put Sonny right up in there and let him tell me you talk to your dad. Son, you going right up in that room with the rest of them. I'm sorry, but that's where you would have been. Because hell no, you better not tell me no shit like that. I remember I told somebody that too, because I remember, sidebar, I'm going to get back to GH in a minute, but I got to tell this story. You know the movie Candyman from 1992? And you remember that parking lot scene where he called out Helen name in that deep ass voice and she answered back? Do I know you? That was the dumbest shit. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Every time I watch that movie, I get mad. I said, "Now why you answer him back? You a little white woman. You know damn well you don't know no big 7'2" black man with a deep voice like that. You know you don't know him. Do I know you? If you don't get your ass in that little red car and go home to your cheating husband, what the hell is wrong?" Anyway, so I remember somebody said, "Oh, that's crazy. Oh, this movie wild. Oh, if Candyman would have spoke to me," and I stopped that person right there. I said, "Listen, if you ever come and tell me that Candyman called your name and you answered back, I'm having you committed. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. I'm gonna look at you like you fucking crazy. I'm gonna be honest." And I said it just like that too. But anyway, getting back to this. First of all, how the hell did they? I can't remember, but I think they said Lil Donna got them pills from Avery's bag or wherever. Either way, it don't matter where she got them. Where's the nanny? Why isn't Carly firing the nanny? Because you supposed to be watching this child, and she got a hold of some pills. And shouldn't medications have those safety caps on them where it's hard for a little child to open that shit? How she get that pill bottle open? Like, where is the nanny? Carly, where were you? Because why are you always in the kitchen? You don't cook. So, you know, for somebody who don't cook, you spend a lot of time in the kitchen. I'm just saying. With that little green moss bowl. That shit get on my nerves. But yeah, should have been watching that child. You don't want no child getting no pill bottle. Hell wrong with you. But thank God she was all right, though. But I know once Sonny put it all together and he realized that Ava switched that pill out, oh, he gonna get her ass. Oh, he gonna get her. Ain't gonna be nowhere for her to hide or run. He gonna get her. She can go high, she can go low, but he gonna get her. I can't wait to see Trina's confrontation with Heather, though. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I want to see that. Cause I really hope that they end that whole Heather redemption story. I hope so, cause that she don't need to be redeemed. She need to go back to being crazy and start killing and slicing and dicing. That's what I love her for. Not that nice Susie homemaker shit that she trying to do. That little Susie Q shit. But anyway, that's pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comments, let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Have a great night. Peace.